Where did this Pittsburgh Steelers defense get better here in the 2024 offseason? And I have one thing to say: speed kills. Welcome back on a Tuesday here on Mike Drop Sports. I'm Jason. Let's dive in, guys, and talk a little Pittsburgh Steelers football as we always do. Don't forget our live show tonight at 8 p.m. tonight, guys, because I have youth football practice that I coach for that team. So let's dive in. Where did the Pittsburgh Steelers potentially get a lot better on defense, at least on paper? I think that is in speed. I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers have definitely improved with their speed. I look at guys like a Peyton Wilson that they got in the draft. I look at a second-year Keanu Benton that is going to be much faster. He's a little bit lighter. He seems to really be emphasizing the quickness. You look at the cornerback they got from Carolina, super fast. You look at the DBs as a whole, especially that cornerback room, and you look at all the young talent that they have, speedy, athletic. That's what you want. You look at a second year, Joey Porter Jr. You take a peek at the edge rushers for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alex Highsmith, TJ Watt, sprinkled in with a little Nick Herbig, who never really got any opportunity last year. Very limited. He did get some, but when he was out there, he made splash plays. But you look at Nick and you say to yourself, damn, that guy's quick and he can get off the edge really, really fast. What about letting him roam around while TJ and Alex are out there, allowing him to just do some exotic look things to where offenses are guessing and they're not sure where the pressure's coming from. And I think that's what you want to get back to with the speed that the Pittsburgh Steelers have been able to add and how fast I think this defense could truly play, barring injury, of course. I think that they could really create some chaos on the offensive side of the football for a lot of opposing teams. The Steelers got to get back, guys, to that brand of football to where they were always having teams guess. They were always setting up offenses to where they never knew where the pressure was coming from. It was very exotic looks, in my opinion, under Dick LeBeau and the way that defense was able to play. And I think that they had speed. I think they had that athleticism and toughness, the quickness to get to, certain points of attack. And I definitely think that this Steelers defense could potentially be the same way as something that we've seen in the past from the Steelers. Bringing out all this speed, Peyton Wilson, Patrick Queen, those guys that are a little bit quicker inside of the middle linebacker room. Peyton Wilson's going to just fly around and be super fast. I really have high hopes for him. I think he's going to be the best player out of this draft in terms of value from where he was picked. But you look at Dante Jackson, they got him off the corner super fast. Definitely have improved their speed throughout. But what it really shows me is the Pittsburgh Steelers team, if utilized correctly on defense from Teryl Austin, from Mike Tomlin, I definitely think you could get back to that Dick LeBeau brand of football, that Blitzburgh brand of football, to where you never know if you're an opposing offense where the pressure is coming from. And you have to be able to really look at every position on that defense if you're the offense and say that they could potentially blitz from anywhere. Why? Because they have guys with high athleticism, high speeds, guys that can get to the quarterback and blitz from any part of the football field. And that's what you want to do, guys. That's what speed does for a football team on defense. And when I look at defense and I look at setting up defenses, I want to be able to surprise the opposing offenses with that speed. I want to be able to blitz from places that you would never consider, that you wouldn't even think. If you're a quarterback and you're coming up and you're dissecting and you're trying to process this defense, you're not calling out blitzes from these spots because you would never think that they are going to blitz from there because you think they're out of position. You think that they're not in the proper location to be able to apply the proper pressure. So you're not worried about it. But if you're the Steelers and you look at what they've done in the past and you look at what this defense could potentially do with the amount of speed they have, you say to yourself, they could make those offenses really be guessing. They could make quarterbacks really uncomfortable and not be able to get into rhythm. And that's what you're looking for if you are a defender on the Pittsburgh Steelers and the defense as a whole, and Teryl Austin and Mike Tomlin. That's what you're looking for. At least that's what you should be looking for. looking for ways to make the quarterback uncomfortable, not allowing them to get into any type of rhythm, not allowing them to get out there and really be able to pick apart your defense and you don't want your defense looking super vanilla. You don't want them coming out there to where a good quarterback, a veteran quarterback can get up there, identify the pressure, identify the defensive set, identify the weaknesses in his pre-snap processes. You don't want that to happen. You want defense that can come out there and confuse every quarterback, especially these younger quarterbacks that are coming to the league, especially these guys that are super young, because you could really confuse them, keep them off their game, keep them guessing, really confuse and frustrate them throughout the course of a football game. That's something that the Steelers used to pride themselves on. No rookie quarterback, no young quarterback, backup quarterback coming in here and beating us. Why? Because we will confuse the shit out of you here in Pittsburgh. That's what you need to be doing again. And I think you're going to be able to supply that kind of pressure because you're going to be comfortable with your back end. I think they quietly over this offseason have gotten way better on the defensive back end, the cornerbacks, the safeties. I think that they definitely have improved significantly, quietly, to where I don't think a lot of people recognize it. I think this cornerback room could potentially be one of the league's best. Why? Because they are filled with young talent that is begging to come out, talent that could just burst onto the scene. Definitely led by Joey Porter Jr. on the cornerback side. You look at what they did. Dante Jackson, super quick. Cameron Sutton, a good football move, regardless of, any of the off-field stuff. We're just talking about the on-field, and it was a good football move because he is really good in the slot and can do some exotic things. You look at the Darius Rushes. You look at the Corey Traces, the Beanie Bishops, the Anthony Averets. You look at all these guys and you say to yourself, it's a relatively damn young cornerback room. And you are led by a budding superstar in Joey Porter Jr. going into year 2 that could potentially take a monster leap, guys. So I'm very confident in that cornerback room, and I think that they could do big things here in 2024. And then I look at the back end, and you look at Minka, you look at Deshaun Elliott, you look at KZ, you look at that cast of characters back there, and I think they're going to be able to play a brand of football that they were meant to play inside of this defense. A brand of football to where Minka Fitzpatrick shines. And you look at Deshaun Elliott, he likes to do the things that Minka doesn't want to necessarily do. He will allow Minka to be a more free-ranging, more rogue type safety back there, being a ball hawk, causing those timely turnovers, while Deshaun gets down in there and does the dirty work, playing on the edge of the box, playing in roles that maybe Minka necessarily he doesn't want to play because he wants to be out there causing those big splash plays, causing those big timely turnovers. So I think that they've picked players that will complement each other very well. I think there's some young talent that could potentially do some big things. And I just think that as a whole, this defense on paper, at least right now, as we sit here toward the end of June, football starts in July, guys, so we're going to get pumped about that. But you look at what they've done, and I think that on paper, this defense could potentially be a top 3 defense. And I think the major reason is because of speed. And I think that is going to give them that feel of the old school, Dick LeBeau type defenses, to where they blitzed from every damn place and confused opposing offenses, confused opposing quarterbacks in a big way. And I got to say, I'm really excited to see it. So definitely that's something that I've been looking at and that I've been thinking about here this whole offseason as they've made acquisitions, as the draft has unfolded. I just definitely think the Steelers team is way faster, way better on paper, and could potentially be way better than a defense that I thought was pretty damn good last year when healthy. So that's it for Tuesday, guys. Think about that. Chew on that. Let me know what you think of this Steelers defense heading into the offseason. the big part of the offseason, the training camps and things of that nature here. Let me know what you're thinking of this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Do you think they've gotten better? Do you think that they've gotten quicker? Do you think that they are going to be able to be that exotic defense that they used to be and blitz from every damn place and cause some major disruptions? Let me know what you think about all that. Put it in the comments section. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and share the shit out of the content, guys. But we'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Steel City Live. Don't forget, tonight it's at 8 p.m. Every other day is at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesdays, I have conditioning for my youngest son's football team that I help coach with a group of great guys, and it's a really fun time. So don't forget to check us out tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the show Steel City Live, our daily live stream. The support has been awesome. We gain many subscribers each day from that, and I'm truly blessed and humbled by all your support. So thank you, and we'll see you then. So I'm Jason. This is Mike Drop Sports. Peace.